Hi, everyone. Now, you've asked me about this person's birth date. I kind of held back because I went through it and found it in my filing of, celebrities and politics and sports and all of that I've done. And apparently I did this a few years ago because he was about to be voted out. And then something happened as well, and he didn't get voted out. They brought him back in, blah, blah, blah. So he is on the verge of being voted out or, removed, and then this happens. So for me, the two are very similar in that sense, yet I can't comment on it any other way except through solar astrology. Cool? And also you've got to remember this is also all about Jerusalem and this. So you remember this is here, that dome. This is kind of, how would you describe this? It is a place. It's called Temple Mount. It's venerated as a holy site, and it contains Islamic, Christian and Jewish structures throughout the whole thing, inside, outside, that type of thing. And you can see it's not that far from the Wailing Wall as well. I was asked a lot about this. I really can't comment that way. I can just tell you what the chart says. This is, Jerusalem is that ancient city. They say it's in Western Asia, in the Middle East. It works out as Western Asia, all right. It's between Mediterranean and Dead Sea. It's the oldest city in the world. It's one of the cities I've always wanted to go back to, go and see, and haven't yet. And it's holy to three religions, Judaism, Christianity and Islam. So all three of them. At the moment, this broke out. People say that's what it's all about. It's about that little parcel of land, etc., etc. Okay, so the thing is, I didn't understand this because a few weeks ago, or maybe even 4 weeks ago, he was doing peace talks, peace with the Saudis, all of that sort of stuff. He was letting go or giving back the land, the hold on the West Bank. And, there were riots in Israel in September, but I didn't take any notice of it. Then on October the 2nd, the US sends their ships. For me, I wasn't interested or any of that. But your questions, for me to answer them, then I have to actually do the chart. So the chart I actually did do, but I already had it. So I've had it since then, but I've had to update it. So now I'll just say, by the way, the whole conflict, yes, it's about a parcel of land, but this whole conflict actually was started by the British. And I haven't seen anybody from there say anything about this. They started this just before World War I. I think it was back then. So if you want to know, it was started by somebody else. Anyway. So with his chart, he has the snake and he has the monkey. And then in his luck pillar a few years ago, he comes into a tiger. So the three together cause a fire penalty. And the fire element for him is his voice. It's his expression. It's his talents and it's his skills. So everything he does within three, it comes back and slaps him on the face. It punches him in the gut. So the last time there was this probably was that 3-year thing, and now it's back to get him. And then, the things that the riots that were happening on the 3rd of September, 3 days later, or three and whatever days later on the 7th, kapow, it all happens. So that means this fire penalty that he is in it for a while. So he is not going to win this. It doesn't mean the other side will win, right? The other side probably won't win this either. But he is not if he's replaced, it'll take on somebody else's energy and it may have a different outcome. Remember when I talk about a football team or a CEO, whoever's in charge, if they're in bad luck, the whole thing's going to go kapow and fall. The other thing is, yes, he has this fire penalty on what he says and does, which comes back and bites him. And on the 7th of October, so, they didn't even think about anything, how this happened, how it could have happened. It was retaliation. I would have done the same thing. All right. If someone's threatening me, I would have done the same thing. So, yeah. But the other thing is why I'm saying he won't win is because there's 3 other animals in the chart from the day this happened. And so the 3, when they come together, causes the metal element to be whoa. And the metal element is what cuts him down. So it's pressure, it's all of that, but not in a good way, because for him, it's not a favorable element in that way. So the pressure and the power, even the promotion for him is not favorable. It will always be on a negative side. It's going to harm him, etc., etc. So for him, he's basically promoting himself with what he has done. And on that pressure is just going to get worse. So this month, the month of the dog, is not when it actually happened. It didn't happen in October. It happened on the last day of the rooster, on the 7th. The dog did not start till the 8th. So remember, the rooster wants to be heard, wants to show what he's got, what he's capable of. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, next, that sort of thing. So remember I said October, check out October. The year might come in earlier for you because of October, when there's a clash, etc. So this October could bring 2024 early for most of the world. And for him, it's here, which means this, what has happened, he's going to lose his position somehow, or he's done it to keep his position. His position is not favorable at the moment. So there you go. That's all I can really say about it. It's not favorable next month either. And in December, it's a little bit favorable, but then we go backwards again and he's got to play catch up. So that's it for him. Like I spoke about Qantas CEOs, all of that. Yeah. So, and the fire penalty is no planes are allowed in or out. Qantas was going in to get the Aussies that were stranded there, but it's not working. There you go. That's it. I don't know what else to say. So this was premeditated. This was unexpected. Nobody really knows, but this month we will find out. All right. And for everybody else's sake, I hope that it wasn't premeditated. Thank you for the question.